I started with a 7x7-inch pumpkin mold that I'd picked up on Amazon. I mixed up my resin. The resin I'm using for this project is Naked Fusion, the new and improved formula. Poured it into the pumpkin, put some green glass at the very top for the stem, took some little tiny silver stars and sprinkled those at the top, and then I used a little weight to weight down the stem because it wasn't laying flat. I printed this design up on my Cricut machine, cut it out, leaving the outline of the pumpkin off of it. Then I took it and I stuck it on top of the resin that had cured for 24 hours. And just so you know, I am going to show you two other ways to do it for those of you who do not have a Cricut machine. Remember, you're looking at the back of the design. The bottom is actually going to be the top. So next I took some yellow mica powder and some UV resin, mixed it up, and put it over all the windows of the haunted house, the Happy Halloween sign, the pumpkin, and the back of the gravestone. And this is so that it'll look like light is shining through the windows. I placed the UV resin under the UV light. And I mixed up some more resin with some orange mica powder and some chunky amber glitter from Michael's and dumped that on top. So these I found up at the Dollar Tree. They're actually wood cutouts. And for this next pumpkin, I put the glass on. The resin is still wet, and I put the haunted house on, dumped some more resin on it, and put all the other pieces. I had painted the bats black because they were just wood with no coloring on them. And remember, right here you're seeing the back of it. This is actually the back of the project. The bottom is the front. So I put everything on it, and in this I keep on trying to push the haunted house down because I want it to look like it's more forward, and the witch and the bats are all behind everything, but it keeps on floating back up. Once this sets overnight, I mix up the resin, the orange mica powder, and the chunky glitter again, and dump it on top. The third one, I actually found gel clings up at the Dollar Tree, and I do this the same way, where I take the glass at the top, put the wet resin on, and then with the gel clings I take the ghosts and the bats and put those into the wet resin. But this time, and I also put the little silver stars up at the top. Now this time I leave this and I let it set up overnight, and you can see the next day I kind of messed up. They all kind of moved a little bit, but I think it'll be just fine. The next day I poured another layer of resin, then went ahead and put the haunted house and the moon and the star and the fence on. And I let this set up actually for a few hours, and then, even though I don't show it, I pour after it's gelled up quite a bit, I think about 4 hours later, I went ahead and I poured the back of it on. Hey everyone, I hope you guys can see this okay. I was trying to figure out how to prop them up high enough so that you could see all three of them at the same time. Anyway, I thought this turned out so cool with the Cricut, but I know that everybody doesn't. Am I pointing at the right one? Oh, this is the one with the Cricut. But I know everybody doesn't have a Cricut machine, so I wanted to figure out other ways that you could do it. And I just thought that that looks so cute, and I love how the yellow shows through and it makes it look like the light's on in the house. So the second one that I did was this, which was the wood cutouts that I had from the Dollar Tree. And I found this at a couple different Dollar Trees, so I did end up having to paint the bats because they were just left plain. But with this, with that one, I kept on trying to push the house down. I wanted it to look like the house was sitting in a different position compared to, you know, the witch and the bats and that, but it just didn't work. So if you want to do it like that, you have to do it in a couple different layers. And that's what I did with this. I layered it. And I didn't pay enough attention to it because you can see the ghost kind of moved and the stars are kind of all over the place. But all in all, I think it turned out kind of cute. And with the gel clings actually had the yellow already on there. And these gel clings are all over the place. And these were actually at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And last year, I don't know if you remember, but I did some experimenting. I tried to do some art with gel clings, and it was a total disaster because if you try to do this like on a canvas or on glass and put resin over it, you know, your thin layer of resin, it will not stick to it. It creates those fish eyes, and it was a disaster. You have to seal them first. For this project, you do not have to seal them because you're putting so much resin on top of them, it works fine. So I thought that was pretty cool using these in the resin in a mold. But I mean, they have these all over the place now, the gel clings, and you can pretty much find them anywhere. And like I said, they're as low as $1 or $1.25. So anyway, I thought that turned out cool. So the mold that I made this in was this one. And last year I got it on Amazon and I was able to buy it by itself. But now when I look it up, you know, it could have changed by now. But when I look it up, I can only find it in combination with this mold. And that's both on Amazon and Temu. But together they are less than $10. You get 2 molds. But this one here is the one that I used for the paper towel holder, the pumpkins on the paper towel holder. So that was real cute. Anyway, and then the other thing is these little stands that I have them on, those are resin stands that I made. I don't know if you remember, I did a project a while ago with this mold, and I used that for the picture, and then you make your own little holders. And the thing about this is I keep this right on my resin table so that I always mix up too much resin. So any of the extra clear resin I have, I just pour it in here. And if you can only do one and then the next time do the other, and then you'll always have extra little holders, because I give this stuff away and you know, you can't hang this up. Well, you could, but usually seasonal stuff you just set out on a counter or something. So you need to have something for it to stand in. And instead of buying them all the time or wasting your resin, when you have extra resin, you can make more of these. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. I do that all the time. So I have a whole bunch of these little resin stands sitting around. So anyway, I just thought it was something neat to do. Wanted to show you different ways of doing it. I thought they turned out cute. I hope you guys enjoyed the project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I try to do a video every week. Now with the holidays coming, I'm probably going to be doing a couple videos every week with all different holiday stuff. So go ahead and subscribe. We have the Facebook page going, amazing group of people there posting. Everybody's starting to post all their holiday stuff now, so it's a lot of fun. Well, it's a lot of fun anyway. But everybody's very helpful there. No question is too silly. Come join us there. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching.